A 200k fixer-upper? It just doesn't have walls. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee and I thought we'd have a look at this article about a fixer-upper, well not really, probably a half-finished project to be honest, for only $220,000, so certainly quite affordable, particularly as a first home. There's just, well, a few little catches. It doesn't quite have, it doesn't quite have a wall. So let's have a look at this article, and it's missing a few other things too. But I mean, for 220 grand, you can see here, yeah, no walls, some windows missing, internal cladding missing, probably hasn't been wired. We'll see. So described as a perfect project home, the property at 16 Bankin Street, Cadandra West in Victoria has hit the market for 220 grand. I mean, how much is the land worth out there? The listing says the home is perfect for a tradie, and it's easy to see why. The property features most of the structure's walls and floors completely missing. The partially stripped out home sits on 965 square metre lot, so a decent sized block, but the floor plan features 3 beds, 2 living, a kitchen and a bath, so it's a specky home. We can have a look here. I mean, okay, so they've got the foundations in. They haven't need to put in the flooring. No internal lining. Is there any wiring there, guys? Doesn't look like any wiring's been put up. It's not at lock-up, obviously. Or if they stripped some stuff out, has stuff got damaged and they've taken it off? I don't know. That looks like a bit of plaster here that's been torn off. Maybe it was half finished. Builder went bust and it got rain damage. So, I mean, and there's furniture here. Why is there furniture here? What happened? Did it get flooded? Reconfigure the current under-roof space to your own design, the listing said, while boasting that the property was just walking distance to school and nearby sporting facilities. Well, not really. You can't reconfigure it. There'll need to be structural bracing that you need to put in place, so you can't be moving walls around. You'll have to check the original drawings. Hopefully, I mean, it looks like there's some cross-bracing there. You'll need to add some ply. I mean, there's a lot of work in this. There's a shitload of work that you have to do. But for 200 grand, I mean, worst case, you could rough it. You could rough it. You know, a young man, a single man, this could be a perfect starter. You just get some tarps, cordon off a portion of it, put some plywood flooring down, boom, you could sleep there while you fix up the house. For 200 grand. Is that unreasonable, lads? I mean, you couldn't do it with a girl. Unless you're a couple moving in, you'd probably, live in a caravan or something and do up the house. On the bright side, the home is hooked up to town water and a septic tank. The property sits on its very own overgrown yard, which along with the entire interior of the home would require some fixing. I mean, needs some love. A bit of mowing, a day's worth of work, you get that looking pretty good. Take a bit of crap to the tip. Maybe, can you still burn timber out in Victoria? They still let you do that? Cadandra West is a small town in Victoria located in the city of Greater Shepparton. At the 2016 census, the population was 476. It's about 2.5 hour drive from the Melbourne CBD and 25 minutes from Shepparton. Okay, so you are in the middle of nowhere. That's the only problem. It looks like it could be a fixer-upper. The property was previously sold in November 2021 for just 140 grand before having the insides gutted. At the time, the listing said the home was a good opportunity for a renovator or rebuild, but it seemed that would be needed even more so now. Blocks of land are hard to find. Clear the site and here you go. The previous listing said other 3-bedroom homes in the area have sold for between $175,000 and $360,000 since October 21. Okay, so I mean, let's have a look here. Let me bring up good old Google. Wait a minute. There we go. We've got good old Google here, guys, and we will look up. Let's find the area here. Let's do a search. West Real Estate. Let's see. Realestate.com, why not? And it's, are you kidding? It's the first, is it the only property? Let's have a look. They should give us the map here and we get a bit of a feel. Okay, so where, how far out? Okay, so we're, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's getting a bit far out of Melbourne for my liking, to be honest. Certainly a bit far out, but, you know, you're close to, is that the Murray? No, the Murray's, oh yeah, no, that is the Murray. You're close to the river, okay. So, is that the only property there? Okay, 220 grand. We saw that one. What about this guy? Okay, 180 grand. So, 180 grand, 1,319 square meters. So, a bigger block, but no starter home on it. And here we have a house for sale, 570 to 600. Let's have a look at what you're getting here. I mean, one of the things is you can move out to the, you know, a bit further out from the city. If you're working remote, you can get much more bang for your buck. One of my mates, his brother moved up north, Queensland, and he started a business there. His wife worked for the hospital there, and they got a really beautiful house. I have to go visit them one time. And living a good life. I mean, there you go, 600 grand. What would you get in Melbourne for the same money? I mean, it's just obviously dated, the kitchen and everything, but it wouldn't take much to jazz it up a little bit. I mean, perfectly fine, guys, for $600,000. If we have a look, let's even Shepparton. What are we getting in Shepparton for that money? Okay, contact agent. Okay, so land, 700 to 770 right in the heart of Shepparton. Contact agent. Here we go. A house for sale, 419 grand. So a little specky house, $419,000, 640 block. Nothing wrong with it. You know, perfectly fine little spec with Mission Brown. Can you even call it that anymore? Probably not. Everything was painted out in Victoria in the 80s. So, let's jump back to the map and have a look at our little fixer-upper. What do you reckon, lads? You think it's worth it? Do you think this is the starter home? I mean, it's good. They're getting some media attention. They'll be happy. I mean, there you go. You got a primary school there. Let's have a look. Oh, wait, so you're just across the road. Can't I? Oh, wait a minute. There's no photographs in the town. Okay, let's have a look here. Town is more located, yeah, so it's just a little tiny town. What do they have in there? 400. Yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. So, I guess you're near the school. Oh no, children's centre. That's not a school. What else is there? Oh yeah, no, the primary school is across the road. It looks like. So the primary school's there. Across the road from the primary school, you got a footy oval there. Yeah, I mean, let's have a bit of a talk. 220 grand. You know, you're going to have to put a lot of money in. You'll be looking at least another 100 grand, if not more, to get it right. You could do it yourself, bit by bit. You know, chipping away at it. It looks like the bones are there. Hopefully there's no structural issues. I'd be getting proper inspections for building and pest. You want to look at water damage. You'd want to seal it up real quick and get it done. But, hey, it could be a project. Could certainly be a project. And if you can work out there, if you can live remotely there, you know, what I would check for me would be 4G or NBN. If I could get that, then it might be a consideration. Why not? If you live in Shepparton, or if you work in Shepparton, half an hour out of town, little fixer-upper, could be a go. What do you think, guys? Or am I just clouded because, you know, I bought a fixer-upper myself? That's one way to keep your stress levels low. Do not borrow a shitload of money. It's not rocket science, but for a lot of people, I get the feeling they want everything now. You know, they want the big house now, and the only things that's coming on the market are like 3-4 bedroom houses. You've got the media room. You've got this and the other. You know, it'd be very rare to find a little 2-bedder with 1 bath or a 3-bed 1 bath anymore. Anyway, let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. Would it be a property you'd look at? What suggestions would you give? Check out my other channels, Heise BIM and HeiseSays. And if you want to support us, there are a few ways you can. Financially on YouTube or Patreon, using our referral links, buying our pocket squares, or calling us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. And I'll see you in the next episode of HeiseSays. Let me know if you find any other good bargain properties without any walls. I mean, you could just... I'm just thinking... You need to get an energy efficiency rating. You could clad it. You could do it cheap. You could reasonably.